Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about database, data warehouse, data mart, data lake and what is the difference between these components. There are usually a confusion between the candidate that what is these and how it is different from each other. So database is typically a organized collection of structured data which is generally stored in schemas or tables, and it is built for a specific business use case. It is mainly designed for OLTP processes and it is smaller in size. Next is data warehousing. So it is basically a collection of the databases or the many source systems. Source systems like ERP system, flat file system, your sales OLTP system, so those data will be stored in a data warehouse. It is as a collection of a database, and hence it is bigger in size with respect to database, and it is mainly used for OLAP transactions for the analytics as well as reporting needs. Data Mart is basically a subsection of a data warehouse, which is storing the subset of a data or the aggregate of a data built in for a specific use case like finance, HR, and sales. Let's typically try to understand these components using a simple diagram. So, in general, what are the data sources are there in a enterprise ecosystem? You could have data in your Excel sheet, you can have a data in a database like MySQL, Oracle, then you have some data also stored in your cloud, which is typically a source, which will typically a source system. Further, we want to extract this data into our data warehouse, uh, where we will apply some of the logics like extract, transform, and loads. All the cleaning of the data as per the business logic has to happen, and then it's imported into the data warehouse. After bringing data into the data warehouse, we generally tend to aggregate those data or create a separate subsection within the data warehouse, which we call as data mart, which is built for a specific use case like marketing, HR, or finance. And then on top of this, the business analyst or the data scientist or business creates their own report and analysis. So yeah, this is basically the difference between these three components of a database. Now we will discuss about data lake, which is almost kind of similar to the data warehouse, where both of them stores the big volume of data. Data warehouse in one hand stores the data which is formatted and for a specific use case and purpose defined already building a data warehouse. Whereas in data lake, we stores the data in a raw format which is unprocessed, and the whole purpose is not yet clear to the users. Further, I mean, it can be uh, interchangeably used, because whenever you need a data from lake, you might have to extract it, transform it, and then load into a data warehouse and then expose it for the analytics. Unless it's a big data where you have the solutions or the tools which can extract directly from the data lake. It is mainly for the storage, cloud storage, uh, whereas the data warehouse can be on premise as well as cloud. Data lake stores all forms of data like structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. I hope this video make you a clear understanding of what is data warehouse and data lake. Further on, let's see some of the example of these components. So as we know, we already worked or familiar with some of the databases like MySQL, Oracle database, or Microsoft SQL Server, which fall under the database categories, whereas the Oracle and the Amazon Redshift is termed as a data warehouse. And nowadays we are seeing the S3, AWS S3, Azure, and Google Cloud Storage. that is termed as data lake, as it allows to store huge volume of data in all with all sort of storage options of all data types.